All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, eat!
Hey, eat. You ain't going nowhere. Show it up.
65.
Big gas. Watch twist.
21. Here we go.
Set.
Hot.
On first down, Garoppolo. They'll set up a screen for Breida. He finds an opening past the 40. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Here we go. One, Omaha.
Something apparently not feeling right to Garoppolo, so he'll step back and take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Wait, 80! 11.
Check.
Block.
Check.
Get hot.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
No.
Black.
On third down, a run from Breida. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Kill. What do you think?
Elliott. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Prescott on first down. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
A first down carry by Elliott. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it. Well, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Elliott. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Here we go. 180. One, Omaha.
Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hut.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Deep ball for Goodwin. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. One step away from a Super Bowl, and certainly defensively a huge key. They got to take him out of the passing game.
So to do that, they've decided to take their best cover guy to put on him. And the reason they want to do that, limit his opportunities because they don't think the rest of the receivers can beat them.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. To the air again, Prescott. He finds his man. It's Austin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
10th carry now for Elliott. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing. Prescott looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The kick by Maher is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think's going.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, 74 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go, 47.
First down, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin complete. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Prescott now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Prescott from the gun. He finds Austin complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And again, it's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 33.
A gain of 15. First down, Cowboys.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run with Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 28-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, it's Elliott. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott completes it to Austin. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Go. Go. Mike 56. 56.
We're going to 53.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Rossor. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if If it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Watch the pass.
Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Prescott now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
Check 99. Check 99.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
From the 44, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 40.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5. At
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. On second down, it's Pollard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Right there, 54, right there, right there, 54.
Here we go, 46.
Switch it. Tighten up.
26. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. On second down, a run with Breida. 18 yards, first down Niners. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Check. 11.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here we go. 180. White. Watch the block, motion, block. 11. Block.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here we go. 4-9. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Kill. Hey, look, 3.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott got his man there complete to Gallup. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Good job.
Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things.
Touchdown, 49ers! Marquise Goodwin, 67 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now this throw caught left side and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, kill! 47! 26!
From the pistol, here's Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
26!
Again, it's Elliott. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Kill!
Prescott now. Safarian Jenkins has it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The first down run for Elliott will net him about 5 yards. It's 2nd down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott. And now he'll tuck it and run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Handoff left, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Right there. 54 Mike. I'm here all day.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watch the run.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Mike 54.
Prescott to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Mostert, and he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll toss it to Breida. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
He's coming. Double up, double up.
80 weapons.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10.
Switch.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Watch twitch.
12.
Rush in.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
180!
Let's put that team on the bus. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
21.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 25 yards that time.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin.
It's a gain of 28 yards. That's another 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the
Here we go. 180!
That's what I do. Say.
Garoppolo to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sean Lee in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The 3rd down run gets him nothing.
11.
Single receiver.
Hey, Haywood.
55.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may do it for this NFC title game. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang there.